Finally got this thing working. Okay, review queen here. So I just wanted to make a video. It's been a long time coming, but I finally got a chance to record a video. So if you guys can read from the title, I'm going to tell you how you can cure your pink eye, your recurrent conjunctivitis, if you're experiencing recurrent conjunctivitis naturally. Now, a quick disclaimer before I jump into the video. I am not a physician. I am not a doctor. Before you take any advice from this video, if you're having recurrent eye infections, any type of infections, and you haven't seen a specialist yet, an eye specialist, an ophthalmologist, I suggest you go and see a doctor first, so that you can make sure you don't have any serious diseases or infections, and you can rule all that out before you yourself go ahead and figure this thing out on your own. All right, enough of that. We're gonna get into the video. So I'm gonna give you a quick story. So I was experiencing recurrent conjunctivitis for over a year and a half. I didn't know what it was. At first I thought it was just an ordinary case of pink eye, but I realized it would not go away. I went to the doctor, and I went to the doctor on several occasions. More than 6 times I went to the doctor. I was given steroids and antibiotics. They were saying it was an infection. 1 minute it was an infection, 1 minute it was inflammation. And just repeatedly, there was just this inflammation, this recurrent inflammation. My eyes would literally be bloodshot red all of the time. And the only thing that would give me any type of relief would be the medication that I was prescribed. Now, the medication basically made the situation worse, because it was as if my eyes could not do without them. And one of the things, for some of you out there who have experience with taking topical eye drop steroids for the eyes, you know that they tend to make your eye pressure go up. So when that happens, you have to get an additional medication to get the eye pressure down. So it pretty much was just making the situation come back. And I was experiencing this for over a year and a half. The symptoms I was experiencing was dryness, itchiness, excessive tearing, and bloodshot red eyes. And mind you, it was both eyes. Sometimes it will fluctuate. Once I'd be taking the medication, the eyes would be temporarily white, and no side effects, no symptoms. No symptoms. And then my symptoms will start recurring again, and maybe one eye will get red and the other eye will be white, and then the other eye, it was a disaster. I was very depressed. I felt helpless. I felt hopeless, because I was on over 6 different medications between 2 doctors, and nothing was helping me. On top of that, the side effects of the medication was really getting to me. I experienced insomnia. I experienced mood disorders. And I just wasn't myself. I also started to gain weight in my face, like moon face, which is a side effect of, I think, prednisolone is called. It was a disaster. It gave me stomach issues. Enough was enough for me. So I'm the type of person, I'm very into herbal medicine, and I don't even like taking medications like that. So I was like, listen, I'm gonna have to figure this thing out on my own. So I started researching Blepharitis and something called Meibomian Gland Dysfunction, where the eye is Blepharitis. Just look up Blepharitis. I don't want to get into it. But I felt like when I was going to the doctor, they weren't really considering these things. And I even brought it to their attention, but they just weren't considering these things, So I did my research about Meibomian Gland Dysfunction. I did my research about Blepharitis. And, I kind of just looked at the different things that everybody was suggesting. So tip number 1 that I adopted for myself, which has helped me tremendously, is pretty much the key to my cure: hygiene, eye hygiene. Now, I'm not to say that, I didn't have I didn't wash my eyes or whatever. You know what? I actually didn't. I would just wash my face regularly, you know, not realizing that if you have sensitive eyes, if you wear makeup, you know, you have to really adopt a eye hygiene routine. So I purchased this. I don't know if you can see it. This is the AcuSoft lid scrub. This is holy grail. When I tell you my life's changed. So I purchased this. And at first I had a really weird eye care hygiene routine. It consisted of the lid scrub, paper towels, some cotton swabs, aka Q-tips, and occasionally eye drops. Now, I don't even have to use these anymore, but when I was transitioning, these really helped me, you know? So, tip number 1, warm compresses are key to your eye hygiene routine. Now, I only do them here and there now because it's not necessary, but when I was really going through this, I stopped using the medication. I went cold turkey on the meds. I used the meds until my eyes were like clear, you know, and then I just went cold turkey. I stopped using the meds. Every morning, I would get up. I would take a piece of paper towel. I would fold it. I would use warm water. I would try to get it as hot as my eye could stand it. Not hot to where it's burning your eye, but warm. And I would put it on my eye, and I would, you know, put a little pressure on it, and I would give my eye a massage. Yeah. I would give my eyelids a massage. You know, I will kind of, in this motion, like the thumb coming up on the lower eyelash and the fingers coming down. I hope you guys can follow me, but I would do that first, you know. And what happens when you give your eyes a warm compress, especially in the morning, a warm compress and that massage, is any crust that you have built up in there, it softens it up, okay? So it softens up that crust and everything, all that gunk that's in there. So what you do is you want to soften it up. You want to get those oils in your eyelids. You want to get them massaged. You want to get them loose so that they can lubricate your eye. And then I go in with my AcuSoft lid scrub. You know, boom, 1 or 2 pumps. You know, make sure you wash your hands before you do all of this. And, you know, I would just kind of wash my eyes gently, be gentle. I would just wash my eyes gently, you know, rinse my eyes with the water. Do this while my eyes are closed. And then I would take another piece of paper towel and just, you know, pat my eyes dry. Now, I don't do this second step anymore either because, you know, I'm telling you, it has worked for me. Like, I don't even have to, my eyes are normal. Like, I don't have to do any of this. I just have to clean my eyes regularly with the AcuSoft. But this step I don't really do anymore, but occasionally I'll do it. So I take a Q-tip, you know, after I finish rinsing my eyes. Because let me tell you, my eyes used to crust so bad. I used to have so much crust. Even when I would do that massage, that wash, you know, it cleared out a lot of that crust for me, but I still had some, like when I first started doing this. So what I would do is I would get a Q-tip. I will wet the Q-tip warm, you know, the same warm water, and I will use the AcuSoft, a little bit of AcuSoft, and I will close my eye, and I will go in on the upper lid, you know, right there by the I don't know what you call that, the lash line, and I will go, you know, do swipe motions to really, really do a deep cleaning. And then I would like go like that, and I would turn the Q-tip around, wet it, put some more AcuSoft on it, and I would do the lower lash line. And I would do that for both of my eyes. And after doing that, I will rinse again, take another piece of paper towel, and I would dry. Once I was done with that, I will put 2 drops of this in each eye for lubrication. So hygiene is key. The second key is vitamins. Vitamins, yes. Your diet plays an essential part of your eye health. So my diet is pretty okay. You know, I'm not a vegan. I do eat meat, but definitely moderation. But I don't think I was getting enough essential minerals and vitamins from what I was eating. So I started taking vitamin A. The vitamin A pills I take, these are the vitamin A pills I take. This is Blue Bonnet vitamin A. I'm gonna put a description for all of for all of the main products down in the description box below. But yeah, these changed my life. You know, even aside from eye health, I know that these are working because I feel extra healthy when I'm taking them. So these made a tremendous difference in my eye health. My eyes were extremely dry, you know, when I kind of started this process, and they would tear excessively. I literally had to always carry around a Ziploc bag of cotton swabs to wipe the tears that I would get, you know, because my eyes were so dry, they could not be lubricated on their own. So I experienced excessive tearing. Once I started taking these pills, my eyes were able to lubricate on their own. Goodbye dry eye. You know, like now I barely have to use the eye drops. Like my eye health is completely back to normal. So this is essential. If you're not taking any type of vitamins, vitamin A, get you a vitamin. But if we're kind of just speaking about eye health, you want to be taking vitamin A. Definitely. If you're not getting enough vitamin A, definitely vitamin A. And lastly, the third thing that contributed to me having really good eye health after a 1.5 years of recurrent infections and conjunctivitis, manifestation. Now listen, I'm not going to get into the power of manifestation. There are tons of videos about it. If you guys want me to talk more about it, I can make another video if you want to hear more about the power of manifestation. But yes, this is a journal. This is a daily journal. I write all of my thoughts in this. And one of the things, manifesting is basically when you claim something, you know, when you really, really want something, and you basically claim that you're going to have it. You know, there is no doubt that you're not going to have it. So what I did every morning was say to myself, my eye health, I have good eye health. I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember what I said. I would recite, I have good eye health. My eyes are white and healthy. I have good eye health. My eyes are white and healthy. Even when my eyes were in pain, even when my eyes were tearing, even when my eyes were bloodshot red, you know, just continuing this routine that I came up with, taking my vitamins, you know, drinking lots of water. I forgot that one, but making sure my water intake, you know, was up to par. Every day, journaling. And every time I put a journal entry, I would always put eyes next to my date, basically to record how are my eyes feeling today. But every morning, I would say, my eyes are in great shape. My eyes are white and healthy. Every morning. And I will believe it. Even if it wasn't true, I will believe it until my eyes are now white and healthy, and I can actually wear makeup. Yes, I can actually wear makeup on my eyes. I couldn't wear anything on my eyes. I could not wear any makeup. I barely could even wear makeup on my face. Like, that's how That's how serious it was. But I woke up every single morning and I believed that my eye health would be okay, that it would be back to normal. And it's back to normal. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. And before anybody takes any advice that I'm giving, I would advise you to make sure you go and see a doctor first and foremost, because you may have a different issue than me. You could have a serious situation, or maybe you just need a doctor's perspective first, because that's what I did. I had a doctor's perspective first. I didn't just start doing all of this. I actually went to a doctor first, and they did every testing that you could possibly have done on your eyes. But one of the reasons why I went with this routine, and I felt like it had something to do with hygiene, because they could not find any issues inside of the eye. So me, using my brain, I said, you know something? They keep looking inside of the eye. Maybe it's what's around my eye, right? Maybe it's the eyelids. Maybe it's the oils. Maybe my eye isn't secreting enough oil. Maybe, the crust in my eye is just building up. Maybe those things are causing inflammation, causing itchiness, causing grittiness, causing all of this. And when you research Meibomian Gland Dysfunction, they talk about, I forget the name of the mites. They actually go in depth and talk about the bacteria that lives on the eyelashes, that actually contributes to Blepharitis. And I considered all of that, which is why I adopted a hygiene routine for treatment, and it worked. It worked. So, if you like this video, give me a like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, if you want some more videos, just let me know in the comment section below. If you're experiencing any type of eye infection or eye issues or eye problems, or if you have experienced and you yourself have treated, your own eyes, please leave me a comment below and just, kind of let everyone know what it was that you did, what practices you adopted, and, any tips that you can give to me if I was to need them, or anyone else. Okay, so that's it.